Hello, I will share with you my breastfeeding experience. So Calliope is my first kid and she's 1 week old today and I'm breastfeeding. But this is a story that starts very bad and that ends great. It started bad because it was a big failure. I absolutely wanted to breastfeed my baby, and did I said she's my first one? Yeah, I think so. I'm 23 years old and no experience in breastfeeding at all. I did my breastfeeding classes at the maternity, the hospital, and I thought I know how it works, and that wasn't the case at all because I knew how to do it like mentally because I learned, but I never tried out. I didn't have a chance. So, in the hospital, just after giving birth, the first and second day were like hell, really. The midwives came every 3 hours to help me with breastfeeding, but I felt more like I torture her and not feed my baby. And really, it was just bad for me and bad for her. She was crying, I was crying, and I felt like I failed to be a mom and to feed my baby, and she will die and I won't be able to keep her alive. Which is exaggerated, of course, because there are so many women who use the formula, and you don't have to breastfeed your baby if you don't want to, or if it hurts, or if you are against. Really, that's your choice. Because you are the one who will give the boobs, who will have the pain, who will have the boobs a little bit changing. So really, that's your choice. I had the first days a little bit of colostrum, so this is not really milk, this is more like a yellowish thing with very important things for the baby, so it's good to give her those little quantity of colostrum, even if it's not sufficient and it's not coming out easily. The midwife said that my baby is lazy, but that wasn't the case. I think she was just very impatient because I didn't have enough colostrum or no milk yet, and when she sucked, after 2 sucking, she just made this movement with the head, stopped sucking, and was very upset that I don't have more. So I had to use milk supplements in little bottles which the hospital gave me, and I had to use them all the time, and it made me feel very bad. The third day I started to pump, but because there was a shift changing and another woman came, I didn't met her before, and she told me we should maybe try pump my milk to stimulate a little bit, to get the milk out, because I still didn't have any milk, or I just had the colostrum. So I was pumping, and during the day I was very happy it works, and we didn't use the supplements, but in the night I was so positive, and I thought, that's it, I will pump my breast and get the breast milk that way after in bottles for my baby. But during the night I realized that she wants more. She just wanted to eat every hour, and my breasts weren't ready, and pumping took lots of time, really like an hour to get 30 milligrams, which is really not a big quantity. That's what the baby needs in the first days. Every 3 hours, 30 milligrams. And yeah, that's the third day, because first day 10, second 20, and so on until the 7th. So it didn't work in the night, and I had to use milk supplements. At home, the day 4, I was pumping and using formula milk powder because I couldn't pump fast enough. Then the machine broke. So when I was very upset and desperate, I wanted to use the formula, but in the meantime she was already crying, and I put her on my boobs, and surprise, surprise, it worked. So I used this plastic, this is the smallest one for newborns, size 1. And I used this plastic nipple on my boobs because my nipples were sore and hurting me, and that worked so well. I had lots of milk and she drank everything, and I didn't use formula anymore. Then it started to hurt too much, even with the plastic nipples, so I started to use the cream on it, this cream, lanolin. Yeah. It's magical, it's very good, very good cream, love it, and very expensive, so I just use a little amount on my nipples. And that's the breastfeeding machine I was speaking of there. So, as you see, this is like a big box, like this. You have to open it. It works like that. I don't know how is that called. And yeah, there's a pipe, some bottle, security bottle. So normally the milk shouldn't come here, and my milk came here, but we just waited and it disappeared, so now it's working quite good. And so at the end of the pipe you have to attach, you put this bottle, and that end comes to the boobs, like on the boobs like that, and the machine is pumping, and normally the milk comes here in the bottle, and at the beginning I had 30, which is really not a lot. Now when I started to have 60. Yeah, and it works like this. So you just have to up and minimum, maxi. So you start with minimum because otherwise it hurts, and then bam 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 maximum. But never start with maximum because it hurts at the beginning. Day 5, my breastfeeding was working perfectly, but I would have never thought at the beginning, and I'm so happy and relieved really, because a well-fed baby is a living baby, is a baby who's alright, because babies don't need so much. You just have to feed them and change the nappies and they sleep, and that's all. So now it hurts a little bit, my nipples are a little bit sore, but I'm okay with that. And actually we kept the machine to see whether it will be good the next day, and it's working. So I didn't use it since because my breastfeeding is working so well, but we kept the machine in case, you know, whatever, if we need it I could still pump if I need. So yeah, now if she asks for too much or very often, then I prefer to make a bottle, for example during the night when I'm very tired. Yesterday night once Mikkel made a bottle, a formula for her, because I just fed her, I had my sore nipples and she was still hungry. She wanted more and I couldn't. I was tired and in pain. So then we used the formula. But I think my breastfeeding is on the run now, and yeah, if you have troubles with breastfeeding, you are just starting, or I don't know, I would just give you an advice. You have to hope for it. You have to stimulate your breasts and trying to not to suffer and not to feel bad about not being able to breastfeed your child. And if you If you decide to use the formula or another way to feed your child, that's okay. Don't feel bad, really. So if you have questions about breastfeeding, don't hesitate to write it down below in the comment section and I will try to answer it. I'm not an expert in breastfeeding, but I did breastfeeding classes, so I kind of knew how it works, and now I have some experience and some success too. So good luck with your breastfeeding, or with your plans of breastfeeding, with your pregnancy if you are pregnant, and a very nice day for you. Bye bye.